Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial on RFM analysis in Odoo. Well, in this tutorial you will get to know how to set rules of recency, frequency and monetary dynamically based on user's choice for company as well as for sales team. Also, various statistical and analytical reports available in this solution helps you to analyze the marketing strategies that you have implemented on customers now based on segments to which they belong. Well, to see that why segmentation of customers is necessary for any business before implementing marketing strategies and how various analytical reports available in this RFM analysis in Odoo helps you to analyze the marketing strategies that you have implemented based on segments to which they belong that helps to have complete purchasing insights of customers. Switch to previous tutorial of RFM analysis in Odoo. Here I am on dashboard of Odoo and switching to RFM analysis. This is the dashboard of RFM analysis where you can have comparisons of different parameters now based on segments to which customer belongs. Say for example, this revenue by segments graph will allow you to compare the revenue that is generated by each segment. For example, the customers belonging to champion segmentation generates total of $1,73,384 of the revenue for your business. Whereas customers belonging to highest paying segmentation generates $1,69,200 for your business. So this is how you will get to know that customers of which segment generates how much of revenue for your business, and by this, you will come to know that customers of which segment are most important for your business. And based on the segments to which they belong, you will also get to know that which type of marketing strategy you should implement on these customers to which they belong. Say, for example, from here you will get to know that the customers belonging to needing attention generate very less amount of revenue for your business. So for rather than focusing on customers of this needing attention segmentation, you should focus more on highest paying segmentation customers, champions segmentation customers, customers belonging to this loyal segmentation. From here, you will come to know that how many customers belong to which segment. For example, there are two customers at present in highest paying segmentation. There is one customer in this champion segmentation, two customers in loyal segmentation. From here, you will get to know customers of which segment generates how much of leads. That is, for example, customers belonging to newest segmentation have generated one lead. From here, you will get to know how many orders are given by customers belonging to which segment. For example, customers of highest paying segmentation have given two orders, whereas there are two orders generated by customers belonging to champion segmentation. So, this is how you can compare various analytical data of the customers now based on segment that helps you to decide the purchasing behavior of customers and by this the accurate marketing strategies. So next, let us see that how this recency frequency and monetary rules of RFM analysis can be set now based on user's choice. But for that you need to do various configuration settings. So let me first show you over here what are the settings that you need to do while setting rules of recency frequency and monetary dynamically. So for that, switch to the settings functionality in this configurations menu. So here this option, that is enable dynamic rules options, will be enabled. This will allow you to set rules of recency frequency and monetary based on your choice. This option, that is enable sales team segment, if this is enabled, then you can set the rules of recency frequency and monetary for sales team of this company. At present, let me just disable this option and enable only this, that is enable dynamic rules for company, and save it. So here you can see that once the settings is done for setting the rules of recency frequency and monetary dynamically, now you can set rules of RFM based on your choice. For that, switch to this RFM score configuration by company functionality in this configuration menu. So I'm switching to RFM score configuration by company. So here appears the list of all the companies. Let me select this company, that is San Francisco. Here I have set the rules for all these segments for recency, frequency, monetary, and average transaction value. The minimum and maximum value for all these parameters, recency, frequency, amount, that is monetary, and average transaction value. Say for example, this champion segment at present defines that the customer should have visited my store most recently, the customer should have visited my store more than once, and whenever the customer is visiting my store, the amount is also highest. So for a champion segmentation, say I just need to click over here if I want to change these rules. So at present, let me keep this values only. That is for recency. That is how recent, within what time duration of days the customer has visited my store. So if recency from in this column I have set 0, that means from today itself to recency 2 days. If over there in this column I have set 30, that means from today to past 30 days, customer should have visited my store. That means, for example, approximately 1 month. So if today is 18th of June, then from 18th of June to past 1 month means 18th May. So customer should have visited my store between 18th May 2022 to 18th of June 2022. This from frequency defines how many times the customer should have visited my store. Say for example, from in this from frequency column, I have set value 2. That means customer should have visited my store at least 2 times. This is the minimum value. Then in this 2 frequency column, this 8 defines that maximum number of 8 times the customer should have visited my store. This from amount and to amount defines the minimum and maximum limit of the sales order, sum of all the sales order by the customer. So if in this from amount column I have set over here, you can see that $75,000. That means the sum of all the sell order should be at least $75,000. And in this to amount column I have set $2 lakh. That means maximum of $2 lakh should be there. Sum of all the sell orders. This from average transaction value defines the average of all the sales order. That means if for example there is one customer who has visited my store for 2 times most recently, that is between 18th of May 2022 to 18th of June 2022, and for both time customer has purchased at least for $80,000. Both the sell orders are of 80,000. Sorry, one of 80,000 and another of $90,000. So sum of both the sales order and divide by 2, that gives me the value of average transaction value. So that I have set from 5,000 to $1,50,000. For example, you can compare these parameters that I have set for loyal and highest paying segmentation. For highest paying, I have set values from for recency from 0 to 60. That means from today itself to past 60 days, that is past 2 months. If the customer has visited my store from today, that is 18th June to past 18th May and 18th April. So 18th April 2022 to 18th of June 2022. If any customer has visited between these days, the frequency I've set is 1 to 5. That means at least once in my store, maximum of 5 times. And the amount I have set is $50,000 to $99,998. That means sum of the sales order should be between this range. Average transaction value I have set from 5,000 to 89,999. So here you will get confused that whether if any one customer is there who has visited my store most recently. So this recency from 0 to 30 and 0 to 60, both these criteria are fulfilled. For example, there is one customer who has visited my store before 5 days. So it falls under both these categories, champions and highest paying. If you will go on comparing this frequency, then if the customer has visited for once and the amount is between this 50,000 to 99,000, say for $80,000, then again for monetary, that is amount also, both these criteria are fulfilled. That $80,000 comes between this $75,000 to 2 lakh, also between 50,000 to $99,998. But you can compare this, that for Chapman segmentation, the minimum number of time the customer should have visited my store is 2. For maximum number it is 1. Over here in highest paying, for minimum number it is 1. Now you can again take example of that also, that customer has visited 2 times. Then again in frequency also, the customer falls between champion segment also and highest paying segmentation also. So now the customer would be divided or given segment of which, whether champion segmentation or highest paying segmentation. Well, for that also I can set the rules that if any customer is falling between more than one segment, then I can give rank to all these segments. That if I've given first rank to this champion segmentation and second rank to this highest paying, then if for customer this recency, frequency, amount, that is monetary, and average transaction value are differing, are being same for both the segments, then the segment that is given highest priority rank, the customer will be falling under that segment category. So, for example, if there is one customer who has visited 2 times at my store, recently, that is between 0 to 30 days and 0 to 60 days. For both the time, the sales order value is approximately $80,000. So, for amount also, that falls under this champions and highest paying segmentation. Even this ATV value is fulfilled for both champion and highest paying segmentation. So now here this solution will check that which segment is given highest priority rank. For example, I have given, if I switch to RFM segment by company and if I select this segmentation, so you can see over here that rank for this segment, that is champion segment, is 1. If I switch back to RFM segment, then for this highest paying segmentation, the rank given over here is 3. So first the customer will be divided to this champion segment, as for this segment I have set first rank. You can just edit this rank based on your choice by clicking on this edit option. Switching back to RFM score configuration by company again, selecting San Francisco company and switching to this RFM analysis rules and how to set these rules dynamically. So for example, let me take now this newest segment. So this segment defines that the customer should have visited my store most recently. This is only the behavior that I want to identify of the customer. So I will set value of recency from 0 to 30 days, that is past 1 month. Frequency I have set from 1 to 5. Here you can see that amount is from $1,000 to $90,000. So if any customer's purchasing behavior falls under this recency, frequency and monetary value, then that customer will be divided to this segment, that is newest segment. You just need to click over here and change the values based on your choice. So this is how you can set rules of recency, frequency, amount, that is monetary, and average transaction value for company. Next, let us see that how now the customers are divided to 7 segments. So for that, let me switch to sales of Odoo. So this is the list of all customers, and you can see that if RFM analysis in Odoo is installed in your system, then in sales order itself, in this list of sales order, the RFM segment is defined, that this customer belongs to which RFM segment. Let me just arrange these sales orders based on increment amount. So you can see, for example, that this customer, that is Ninand, is falling under champion segment. This is because Ninand has visited my store two times. For both the time he has visited in past 1 month. If you remember or recall, let me switch to RFM rules. If you can recall this, that for champion segmentation, I have defined recency from 0 to 30, that is past 1 month. Frequency is minimum for two times he should have visited my store, and for maximum he should have visited my store for 8 times. And the monetary, that is value of sales order, sum of all the sales order by this customer should be between $75,000 to $200,000. And ATV is $5,000 to $150,000. Let me switch to sales again. So let me check this recency frequency monetary parameters for this customer, that is Ninan. So you can see that for both the time, that is Ninan has visited my store on 16th of June. For both time he has visited my store on 16th of June, and the value of sales order is $70,000 and $1,33,010. This, because of this, that is he has visited my store two times. So for recency, frequency, monetary, and even the average transaction value falls under this segment, that is champion segmentation. So because of that, Ninan is categorized to this champion segmentation. If you can see the example of this, that is customer Kishan and Mark, then both have visited my store only once, on 12th of June and 17th of June. And amount of both the sale order is $80,000 for Kishan and $89,200 for Mark. Because of that, both these customers are categorized to highest paying segmentation. So switching to rules again. Once you set rules based on your choice, you just need to switch to this update customer segment functionality in this segment menu and click on this update customer segment. So customers will be divided based on new RFM rules that you have set. For example, switching to sales of Odoo again, let me create another sales order for this customer, that is Mark. At present, Mark is in highest paying segmentation because he has visited my store only once. The amount of sale order is $89,200. So if I am creating another sale order with same customer, that is Mark, let me add product here. This is the product that is available, and let me set value of this sales order for $80,000. I'm saving it. Let me confirm this sale order. Let me validate delivery. If I switch back to sales orders again, you can see that now Mark has visited my store for two times, and for both time the value of sale order is between $70,000 to $1,50,000 or $2,00,000. Let me switch to RFM analysis in Odoo and recall these parameters of RFM for champion segmentation. See, now you can compare that for highest paying, the customer should have visited at least my store for once. Whereas for champion segmentation, the customer should have visited my store at least for two times. And the amount should be between 75,000 to 2,000. So now when I have created another sell order for customer Mark, then that customer Mark, for which I created sales order, the amount of both the sell orders also fall between this 75,000 to $2,00,000. So now customer Mark from highest paying segmentation should switch over to this champion segmentation. So for that, I just need to update customer segment and switching to sales in Odoo again and refreshing this page. Just recall that at present Mark is in highest paying segmentation. Now when I'll refresh this page, then now for customer Mark, all values of recency, frequency, monetary, and average transaction value are fulfilled for champion segmentation. So you can see that Mark previously was in highest paying segmentation, but now Mark has switched to champion segmentation. So this is how you can set rules of RFM dynamically based on your choice. Switching to RFM analysis in Odoo again. Well, this was about setting rules of recency, frequency, monetary for company. If you want to set rules for sales team of the company, again switch to settings and enable this option, that is enable sales team segment, and save it. If you switch to configuration menu again, then you can see that now this RFM score configuration by sales team is enabled. Switching to RFM configuration by sales team. So here you can set rules for sales team also and pre-sales also. Let me open this sales team rules. Well, changing the values of recency, frequency, monetary and ATV remains same whether you are setting it for sales team or for company. I just need to click over here. For example, let me just change these values. For newest, I am setting it from 0 to 60. For champions, I am setting rules from 0 to 50. For highest paying, I want to change this amount. For example, for highest paying segmentation, it should be between $60,000. I just need to click over that. Well, if you wish that the rules that you set for company that you want to copy over here, then no need to switch to every column and every row of this column and change it. You can utilize this functionalities benefits, that is copy RFM rules. If you switch to this will allow you to copy the rules once you have set whether for any sales team or any company to another company or another sales team. Let me show you that what this functionality how this functionality helps you to copy the RFM rules. Say for example, copy rules from company. So from which company do I want to copy? I have set globally at present for San Francisco. So I'll come select company over here, San Francisco. Then I want to copy the rules of San Francisco company to another company. Then copy rules to. Over here I will select this company option. To which company do you want to copy? I want to copy it to Chicago. So I'll select Chicago over here and copy rules. If I switch back to RFM configuration by company and then select this Chicago company, then you can see that all the rules are now set based on based on San Francisco company's rules. Let me change it and show you. So these are the rules that randomly I have set for Chicago company. Even the amount I am changing. These are the rules at present of Chicago company. Let me switch to this copy RFM rules again. Over here in company again I am selecting San Francisco, and in copy rules to company I am selecting Chicago. Copy rules and refresh this page. Switching to RFM configuration by company, selecting Chicago company. So you can see that I changed all the values. After that, I again copied rules of San Francisco company to Chicago company. So again, same rules of San Francisco are reflected in this Chicago company for recency, frequency, monetary, and ATV. You can set rules for sales team and company globally by switching to this set global RFM rules in this configurations menu. Here you can set rules of recency, frequency, monetary, and ATV globally for all companies and all sales team. Switching to sales team of this company, that is San Francisco, and to pre-sales. Here you can see that at present no rules I have defined for recency, frequency, monetary, and ATV. Switching to sales team again. In sales team of this company, I have set the rules. So if I switch to copy RFM rules again, now I'll select sales scheme over here. So from which sales team do I want to copy the rules? I want to copy rules from sales team of San Francisco company to again sales team, and in that I'm selecting pre-sales, copying rules. So now what will happen? From sales team of this San Francisco company, the recency frequency, monetary and ATV rules will be copied to pre-sales team. So let me switch to RFM score configuration by sales team and select this pre-sales team. You can see that previously the rules over here were not set, but now from sales team they are copied to pre-sales team. So this is how you can copy rules from one company to another company, from one company to sales team, from sales team to another company, from one sales team to another sales team. Well, if you switch to this documents menu, then from here you can see how many sales order are there now based on segments. That is, there are 4 sales order in this champion segmentation. There are 2 sales order in this loyal segmentation. If you switch to mailing, then from here you can derive the data now based on the mail campaigns that you have created for customers based on segments to which they belong. From this RFM segment history, let me show you that we let me switch to sales again. If you could just recall that this mark was previously in highest paying segmentation, I created sales order, and then this mark has switched over from highest paying segmentation to champion segmentation. So how will you recall that which customer from which segment traveled to which segment based on the marketing strategies that you implemented? How will you decide this? Well, let me switch to RFM analysis again and show you that no need to worry. There is no need to keep record of that. Over here, you can directly get the record of all the customers that they have traveled from which segment to which segment. If I switch to RFM segment history functionality in this segment menu, then for this company that is San Francisco, at present I had just changed the values, and this mark got converted from highest paying segmentation to champion. So let me switch over to this mark customer. So you can see that this last line, this defines that today, that is on 20th June, mark switched over from highest paying segmentation to champion segmentation. This is the record of previous days. So likewise, you can very easily just track for each and every customer that from which segment they got converted to which segment on which date at what time. So this is about all about RFM segment history. Not only this, you can track the record of customers traveling from or converting from one segment to another segment for sales team also. If you switch to this RFM segment sales team history, then now you can just track record of all the customers. Say for example, this mark from sales team from highest paying segmentation mark switched over to another segment. So this is how you can track record of all customers converting from one segment to another segment for sales team also. Switching to segment menu again. Switching to this quotation by segment. From here, you can come to know that customers of which segment generates what amount of quotation for your business. For example, customers belonging to champion segmentation generates total of 3,42,584 dollars of quotations for your business for each and every segment that you define. If you switch over to this functionality, that is RFM segment by company. So from here you can compare that there are out of total customers of your business, 22% of the customers belong to champion segmentation, 11% customers of your business belong to highest paying segmentation. 11% of customers are in sleeping segmentation. Likewise, you can track record not only of customers but also of orders. That out of total sales orders of your business, 36% of the orders were generated by customers belonging to champion segmentation. 68% of the total revenue of your business is generated by customers belonging to champion segmentation. So from here you will come to know that customers of which segment are most important for your business, on on which customers, that is customers belonging to, say for example, this sleeping segmentation or needing attention. So from here you will get to know that customers belonging to this segment, on this you should plan such marketing strategies that they get attracted to your store again. They haven't visited your store since long time, so you should plan such marketing strategies. If I switch to contacts in Odoo, let me select any one customer, that is Mark. And you can see that if RFM analysis in Odoo is installed in your in your system, then here this RFM page appears over here. If you click on this RFM, then here it is displayed that this customer belongs to which RFM segment. As sales team option is enabled, so even the sales team will be displayed. Here at present the customer belongs to sales name of the sales team. So all such details you can directly derive for customers by switching to context also. Switching to RFM analysis in Odoo again. Now if you switch to RFM segment by sales team, then to these segments, then for you can see that for sales team, that is this is the name of this sales team, that is sales. If I switch to this pre-sales sales team and in that two segments, then here you can see and compare that how many orders are given by customers belonging to which segment, what is the revenue generated by customers belonging to which segment, switching back to sales team again, and then switching to this sales team, that is sales. Now you can derive data of percentage of the orders, percentage of the revenue generated by customers belonging to which segment based on sales team. That is for this team, that is sales, 20% of the orders are given by customers belonging to champion segmentation. 41% of the total revenue of the business is generated by customers belonging to champion segment for this team, that is sales. If I switch to reports, then in yearly analysis report by company, you will get this. You can compare data like total customers belong to which segment, what is the customer ratio. That means, see, out of total 8 customers, for example, 2 customers belong to this champion segmentation. So the customer ratio of your business is 25% for these 8 customers. If I expand this to company, then you can see that both these customers, that is 2 customers of this champion segment, both belong to this San Francisco company. If I again expand to RFM segment, then both are in this champion segmentation. Total customers are 2. Likewise, you can expand. Well, this is data of customers belonging to each segment for company. If I switch to this yearly analysis report by sales team, then now you will get same data for sales team. That for this sales team, that is sales of this company, there are 2 customers in champion segmentation, 2 customers in loyal segmentation. One in each highest paying, promising, needing attention, and newest. So this is how you can get yearly analysis report for company as well as for sales team. From documents menu, you can get various reports. From RFM, from this segments menu, in this RFM segment by company, you can compare again percentage number of customers belonging to segment, percentage number of orders given by customers belonging to which segment, and what is the percentage of the revenue generated by customers of which segment for company. From this RFM segment by sales, now you can derive that same data based on sales team. From here, you can copy rules, set rules of RFM score configuration for sales team. Well, this was about setting rules of recency, frequency, monetary, and average transaction value dynamically based on user's choice, and how various analytical reports help you to analyze the marketing strategies that you plan for customers based on segments to which they belong. So, thank you for listening till now. And for any queries, you can contact us through details mentioned in the description below.